Hi, I'm Annabel with Journey for Earth, and I'm here with Jason Frahm, the founder of the At-Onement Project, which is a truly wonderful organization dedicated to supporting indigenous cultures, at-risk children and their families whose lives have been impacted by disaster or poverty. Hi Jason, thank you for being here.
My honor, thank you.
Share with us a little more about the At-Onement Project and what inspired you to create it.
Yeah, it's funny. First I got called by a friend to do some work in Asia after the tsunami, and she called me and just asked, what do you think about doing a project where we take yoga to the kids after the tsunami in 2004? And I said, great, I have some time, let's talk about it. And next thing I know, I'm on a plane to Sri Lanka and then on to Indonesia.
Wow.
And after about a year of that, I got called back to do a lot more work here, and I decided to open up the At-Onement Project on my own. And I didn't know what I was going to do or who I was going to work with, but a few years later I got called down to Peru, and the first time I was down there I encountered some amazing tribal leaders both in the mountains and the jungle. And a brother and sister of mine down there invited me to come down to the Amazon with them and work with their tribes. So when I went down to the Amazon, I just saw the dire need from not just the whole community, but the children, the women, the men. Everyone was in need of even the basics. I mean, they make about a family who is doing well makes about $2,000 a year.
Oh my goodness.
And it's not like the food is that inexpensive. So I saw that there was a dire need for not just food, but how to assist the individuals and the communities on how to become self-sustaining. So we're now putting all of these efforts into one community in the Amazon, and then we'll expand that to the next pilot will be here in the US.
And then I'd love to ask you what your vision is for your wonderful At-Onement Project.
Yeah, geez, it continues to evolve. So in the past year, I've hired somebody about 2 years ago to really run the project, and her name's Susan, and Susan runs an does an amazing job for the project. Since we brought her on, we've become our own organization about a year and a half ago, so we're no longer under an umbrella of another company. And we have about a dozen volunteers, and so we have a vision of continuing to expand the work in Peru of helping one village at a time become self-sustaining, and then we want to have that same kind of format set up here in the States, in Native American communities, and find what they need and see what we can do to carry some of the wisdom from the States down to Peru and vice versa. And then with the volunteers, we have the vision of them starting their own pilot programs within the project with their hearts and their dreams, what they want to see come to fruition in this world.
So we're really involving them in this?
Yeah, as much as we can. As much as we can.
Great, thank you. I would love to know how you feel in today's busy society parents can best involve and bring an awareness to their children about issues such as these.
I find that the further we are separated from someone, the more that we can demonize them and see them as the bad guy or person. And the closer we immerse ourselves with the community, with people of different communities, different races,
backgrounds,
different religions, we start to find that we're brothers and sisters all over the world. So if we could create more programs where kids at all ages start to travel and immerse themselves in these different communities, so it'd be great to see parents take their kids on non-profit programs and immerse themselves.
Like exchanges almost,
yeah,
like cross-cultural exchanges.
Absolutely, and we'll be doing that with schools here sometime in the future. We also have a program where we're asking individuals to support children to help them go through their education and to have not just food but clothing and supplies and the monies they need to see through their dreams. And if we could get children involved here, like a fundraiser that the children put together, selling their different art supply or different art projects
that they've made at school, maybe.
Absolutely,
they could
absolutely.
sell those.
So those kind of things, we'd like to have programs here that help the children there, and then start to have even exchange programs from there to here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also saw that you have a sponsor a child section on your website.
Yes.
And which is a great way, don't you feel, for children to sponsor a child and see how that child is doing on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's we have over 120 children in the program at this point, and I know there will be more when I come down this time to Peru. And yeah, if the parents and the children can get involved in finding a way to contribute monies every month to help a child really realize their own dreams.
Okay, because children can also donate their toys and be involved in that. Like, oh, this toy is going to a child in Peru, and maybe it's a child they've sponsored, and then they're directly involved in that child's life.
Absolutely. There's so many different ways to do it. That would be beautiful.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jason, for being here.
My honor. Thank you, Annabel.